guys, I welcome all of you to our channel. As MBA exams are approaching, students who are appearing for these exams are getting anxious day after day. But you don't worry, because on our channel we are starting with a series of verbal ability section. In this particular series, we are going to cover all the concepts that you can expect in any of the MBA entrance examinations in verbal ability section. Apart from the concept building, we are also going to discuss a few sample questions to understand how you're supposed to apply this knowledge while solving the questions. So let us get started. Today, this first video is going to be about error identification. You have to identify errors while you are solving sentence correction question type. So there are several types of errors that you can expect in this sentence correction question type, which we are going to discuss in today's video. So let us get started. The first type of error that you can expect in sentence correction question type is subject and verb agreement. Now, for that we have to first of all understand what subject means and what verb basically is. When we write a sentence or when we read any sentence, we have three elements there. One is subject, one is verb, and one is object. Now let us quickly understand what subject, verb, and object basically means. Subject basically means anyone or anybody who is doing that action. Verb means the action itself. An object basically means anything or anyone who is receiving that action. Okay, that person or that thing is basically called as an object. So action, receiver, we can say, is an object, right? Somebody or something with the help of which that action is being conducted is subject, verb is the action, and object is the receiver of the action. This is what it means by subject, verb, and object. Now, the first error type that we are discussing here is subject and verb agreement. What does this exactly mean? This exactly means that subject and verb should agree with each other. Subject and verb should agree with each other. Ensure that the subject and verb in a sentence agree in number. What does it mean? Let us understand with the help of this example. If we say the list of items are on the desk, right? What is the subject here? The subject here is the list of items, and list is what? List is considered as a singular subject because we are combining many things and forming one particular thing out of it. We are not talking about several items here. We are talking about a list. This is a combined noun. So in that case, this becomes the subject. And here we are using the verb. Now this is what? Verb of existence, I call it. Is an are of the verb of being. You are in itself is an action. Alright, so this is what we call as, is and are also verbs. So list, of course, is the main subject here, and are should not be the actual verb because list is what? A singular subject. When the subject is singular, the verb should follow. And that is the reason the correct way of saying it is the list of items is on the desk, is kept on the desk, right? This is what subject and verb agreement basically means. Now let us understand the next type of error that you can expect in sentence correction question type. The next one is pronoun antecedent agreement. What do you mean by that? Pronoun, as you all know, is replacement of noun. If we are writing this name continuously, okay, let's say we are writing name Raj. Raj is a nice guy. Raj works in an MNC. Raj earns a handsome amount of salary. Raj likes to play table tennis. Now what we are doing here, we are continuously repeating this name, and this becomes really monotonous for any reader or listener. That is the reason we have this arrangement called as pronoun. Now, pronoun, of course, is a part of speech, so you have to understand pronouns are basically used to break the monotony. Now, pronoun and antecedent agreement, what does it exactly mean? It means that whatever antecedent is there, accordingly pronoun should be used. Now, what is the meaning of antecedent? Anything that comes before the other thing is antecedent. This is the actual dictionary meaning of it. So let us understand this particular agreement, pronoun antecedent agreement, in this context right now. What we are saying here, pronouns must agree with their antecedents in number, gender, and person, right? So if it is singular, if pronoun is singular or antecedent is singular, pronoun should also be singular. If gender is male or female, accordingly the pronoun should be used. If it is first person, second person, third person, based on that, pronoun should be decided. So let us understand it with the help of a very small example here. Each of the players must submit their forms. Now, first time when we read it, it seems, or it feels as if this is correct, right? Because we are talking about many players here must submit their forms. So it goes with the subject. But please understand what is the antecedent. The antecedent is each. What is coming before the subject? Each of the players. When we are saying each one of the players, which means we are talking about any single player at a time. And that is the reason the correct way of saying this, or the correct pronoun that we are supposed to use here, is not there. There is incorrect. What is the correct pronoun that we are supposed to use? Either his or her would be correct, because we are talking about a singular or a single person at a time here. So this is how you are supposed to find out the errors for pronoun and antecedent agreement. Now let us take an example to understand this little bit in detail. So if I write a sentence that any one of the balls were thrown at them. You think this is a correct sentence? This certainly is not a correct sentence. In fact, it is an incorrect sentence again. Why? Because here the antecedent is anyone. We are talking about any one of the multiple balls, which means we are talking about one ball out of it, and it makes it singular. And that is the reason instead of were, what we can use? Was, right? So this is how you are supposed to identify pronoun antecedent agreement errors in sentence correction question time. So guys, I hope you have understood the types of errors that we discussed here, which is subject and verb agreement and pronoun antecedent agreement. Now in the next video, we are going to discuss 2 more types of errors that you can expect in sentence correction question type. I hope you have understood this particular concept. If you really have liked the video, make sure you like and subscribe our channel, because you are going to get a lot of content related to verbal ability section, which will be really helpful for you in your MBA entrance examinations. So stay tuned and see you in the next video.